What's going on, everyone? Thank you for clicking onto this video. In this video, I want to discuss about the importance of stocking up on supplies for monkeypox, such as gloves. And specifically gloves. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. I just went out and bought this box of gloves yesterday. Cost me $9.89. Not sure if you can see that. Turns things around on the camera, but cost me $9.89, and there's 100 pairs of rubber gloves inside this, or 100 gloves inside this box. It's great to have. I'm going to be buying more of these. I'm going to be buying as much as I possibly can of these because there's essentially going to be a shortage of gloves pretty soon. Monkeypox is getting serious, and it's getting serious fast. Cases of monkeypox in the D.C. area are turning severe. They said there has been a major increase in severe cases, and they're exploding rapidly. We already know up in New York City, cases of monkeypox are rapidly increasing. We don't know how many of them are severe cases, but as of this video, which it's now 4:51 on a Sunday afternoon, as of this video around the world, there's up to 6 deaths of monkeypox outside of its normal area in Africa that it normally would be spreading in. Just last Thursday was the first death. So as you can see here, we're at Sunday. It's already at 6. It's multiplying. Get what I'm saying here? Look how this started. It started off with 1. Then a couple days later it was 2. Then it was 4. Well, the deaths are starting off the same way. And my concern is it's going to keep multiplying and multiplying. And it seems to be the majority of the deaths so far. Monkeypox is attacking the brain. It's getting to the brain, and people are losing function. It's painful, and people are getting the lesions, the lumps. Everyone's getting it differently, but the ones that are getting the issues where it attacks the brain, that's where the deaths have been so far. So anywho, as a preventative measure, you should stock up on your gloves right now if you can. Like I said, this cost me only $10. I wear gloves when I go to the gas pump. We did a video on this. Getting how to safely get gas. But I also wear gloves when I go to the grocery store, even if you're going to the pharmacy to pick up your prescriptions. Gloves. I mean, you have to. And when you're done, as soon as you leave, you take them off, you dispose of them. Into the trash can it goes. Because you need to protect your hands. Another thing that you need to do, be a good time to set up a sanitation station at your door. A lot of people did this at the beginning of COVID. I think it's a great idea to start doing it again. Not only does monkeypox spread through touching things, it can also be spread through airborne. So you're going to want to wear a mask, because I think we're really underestimating the airborne contact and the airborne transmission with monkeypox. I think it's worse than we know about. I mean, say someone has a monkeypox scab on their skin, right? And they start rubbing it. Well, those little particles go up into the air. Say someone else walks by. They breathe in that particle. Well, suddenly, they contracted monkeypox. And here's the thing. Their symptoms may not start right away. It can take up to 21 days for symptoms to show up with monkeypox. And that's a serious problem. So, say we get to like day 20 and they're like, all right, I'm fine. I don't need to wait another day. Then the 21st day comes and the symptoms start. And the symptoms, it's not the same for everybody. Some people I'm reading, they're saying, my first symptoms were I was getting a bad rash, or I was getting the lesions, the lumps, or they were breaking out with blisters on their face, or the big lumps on the face. That seems to be a common one. And as we know, if it spreads over to where your eyelids are, you can go blind. And another issue is, some people, it's starting in reverse. It's starting out like a cold or a flu. Then they get to the point of the rashes. And for the people that are starting out with a cold or flu, second you have that, you should do a double testing. First off, you should get the monkeypox test, and you should also get a COVID test. Because, it's possible we're still in the COVID pandemic, which that's not going away anytime soon. The 8.5 wave is out of control. With the COVID pandemic, you want to get tested for that, but maybe you should also test yourself for monkeypox, because monkeypox can often start out much like coronavirus. But then I've read where there's other people where they do start out with the rashes, the lumps, the lesions, the blisters, And then as it goes on down the line, then they start to get the cold and flu or COVID-like symptoms. So, I mean, it's affecting everyone differently, but it does seem right now the most severe cases are in the brain. However, as this gets towards kids, which it's going to affect kids really hard in the fall, the painful rashes, which is what I'm referring to when I say rashes, the painful rashes, it's going to hit kids hard. And I've been saying this on to people. If you live in a densely populated area, you live in a warm climate, come fall, you'll actually be able to hear kids screaming and crying. I mean, you hear a kid crying about something, you give them an ice cream cone. This is not that type of situation where you give them something to cheer the kid up. This is something where they're going to be in constant pain, and if you're in a residential neighborhood where the windows are wide open, you're going to hear kids screaming and crying. I guarantee it. That's what's coming. Because there's going to be so many kids infected at once just from back to school. Kids are on top of each other, touching things. Or like I said, my concern, it will be airborne transmission. And it's just a bad situation. So, yeah. It's time to start thinking of things like gloves. Unfortunately, Lysol. Yeah, Lysol put out a statement. And they actually had a tweet on Twitter, although I can't find that tweet anymore. I think they took it down. They're saying Lysol is not working for this. So that's not good. And there's different things that maybe you can use to treat surfaces. I read something about maybe vinegar. If you use like a vinegar treatment, that might be able to kill the virus. Maybe something with a UV ray. Maybe that can help. I mean, there's a lot of discrepancy, and quite frankly, there's a lot of unknowns right now. I mean, I had a good thought today. I was getting ready to go to the grocery store. Unfortunately, it's expensive for me to do delivery, or to have it delivered, so I have to go to the grocery store. And I started thinking, well, heck, I use reusable bags. Do we know what works to treat the reusable bag? Like, for example, I'm not going to carry the reusable bags the whole time I'm in the store. I'm going to place it in the upper portion of the smaller cart that I use. So therefore, I'm concerned, should I be disinfecting my reusable bag with something? I don't know. And if anyone has a comment on that, or something to enlighten me with something I can do, post it in the comments down below. I would love to know. But, yeah, this is where we stand. We got to be super cautious when we do anything now. Because not only do we have the coronavirus pandemic, monkeypox is seriously blowing out of control. And quite frankly, we failed to contain it. And at least when people finally wake up, this is going to be the number one product that you're going to see fly off the shelves. Rubber gloves. Get out there and stock up on them now. All right, I've rambled enough here. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe and share these videos. Stay safe, everyone.